The NBA has a referee problem, and although I'm not Mr. Beast, I'm gonna try and cure the blindness of NBA referees. Fouls have been awful this year. They're not calling things, and then they're calling things that shouldn't be fouls. It is a mess. So today I'm doing my best Mr. Beast impression, and I'm fixing their vision. We're gonna simulate one game, and then I'm gonna explain what I have done to change the NBA. Because I did do a couple of rule changes, and not only is this just making more fouls being called, it's also, you know, experimenting in the video of what if fouls were called more often, more easily, and you got fouled out quicker. So one of the first rule changes, or really the only rule changes we have for the video, is everyone's gonna enter the bonus much quicker. I don't know how much this will do. It'll only change a slight little bit. It's mainly for overtime in the last minute of games. Not only that, but if we go here and look at the tendencies of every single player, and I scroll all the way to the end, every single player in the NBA has 100% tendencies for taking charges, foul tendencies, and hard foul tendencies. And now that I think about it, I'm going to put contest shot all the way to 100, because if more people are contesting shots, then there's more chances of accidents happening where they slap the hand and it's a foul. Another change I've gone ahead and made is that foul outs are 3 fouls now. You don't get 6. I didn't add an extra. No, if you foul 3 times, you are out of here. Now, I know this doesn't really fix the ref's blindness. They can still miss calls, but it's going to make fouls happen more often and people foul out more often. Will this make referees so much better at their job? I have no clue, but we're going to simulate the year, see what happens, and maybe the playoffs will look different. Maybe Luka doesn't win MVP. I have no clue, and you guys will know at the end of the season. I don't know why I'm saying this like it's going to be a part 2 video you're going to see in like 20 seconds. One last change to the roster, or the players that I want to mention. By mention, I mean I just thought of it, so I'm about to do it, and I want to show you guys as I do it. Because the superstars are probably going to foul out really often, and the bench type guys are going to get a lot of playing minutes, I figured I should take 1 to 2 players on every single team that's a bench guy and put their tendency shot all the way to 100, so that when the second or third unit has to play in the game, they're actually putting up shots and doing something for their team. And it has been done. Every single team has 2 players that are bench players or third string players with 100 shot tendencies and touch tendencies. I'm not gonna lie, adding all this foul stuff to the game may have made it better. Giannis is your MVP, only averaging 22 points, so that's not the greatest thing, but at least it's not Luka. 22, 9, and 4 with 2 blocks from Giannis, good for him. Walker Kessler is your rookie of the year, averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks, pretty solid. Tyler Hero, 6th man of the year, 17 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Giannis also won defensive player of the year, and Anthony Edwards won most improved, only averaging 17 points. He went down. How is that most improved? These are the lowest stats of his career. This is actually his worst season yet besides his shooting stats, and you're telling me he's most improved? Coach of the year went to Doc Rivers and the 76ers. Luka, Ja, Giannis, LeBron, and Jokic are on the All-NBA first team. The second team is Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, LaMelo Ball, and Shea. And the third team is James Harden, Trae Young, Kevin Durant, Julius Randle. Okay, wait, Julius Randle, you only averaged 16 points a game. All right, and then AD, he only averaged 16 as well. Everyone's points are going to be down, and really all their stats in total are going to be down because they're playing less minutes if they're fouling out early. And here's a look at your playoff ladder or contention, or I don't even know what I'm saying. Playoff bracket. Why did I say ladder? Either way, you see the teams. We got Philadelphia and OKC as the first seed. I'm going to simulate a round because who cares about the first round? Not me. I mean, maybe I should have cared about the first round because OKC got upset by Luka. The Celtics lost to the Bulls. Other than that, no real crazy upsets, I guess. We're going to go to the conference finals as well because, let's be honest, nobody wants to sit here and watch the semifinals or the quarterfinals. Sorry. But you get the idea. No one cares about no quarterfinals. We got Grizzlies versus the Mavs, and we got Chicago versus Miami. Even with a weird set of rule changes and referees calling more fouls and it being easier to foul out, Chicago is still really good at 2K. They're not having an awful season, but they're not having an amazing season either in real life, but 2K always loves to show them, well, love. As they beat the Miami Heat in 5, the Grizzlies, they're up 3-1 against the Dallas Mavericks. They're most likely going to move on. Oh, nope. Dallas won a game. They won another. We got a game 7. I jinx these videos way too much. I'm like, oh, they're up 3-1. They're going to win it. Oh, they're up 3-0. They're going to win it. Oh, we're the first seed. Yeah, we're going to win the entire finals. And then we just don't. I say we as in when I control a single team, but in this situation, I'm just kind of watching the entire league, and the Dallas Mavericks get eliminated. The Grizzlies move on to the finals. We got Ja Morant versus Alex Caruso. Well, there you go. A third string player who's getting a lot of minutes because everyone's fouling out. He won finals MVP. He didn't even start a single game. Conference finals MVP, I should say. Not the regular finals MVP, but there's a chance if he beats the Grizzlies that he could win it. Game 1, Alex Caruso had 20 points. Andre Drummond had had 24 rebounds, and Ja had 29 points. He played the most minutes out of everyone. Game 2, who's going to go ahead and win this one? This time it goes to the Grizzlies. DeRozan and Vucevic led the team for them, and then we got Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Santa. Yep, I'm gonna call him Santa because I'm scared to mispronounce his name and everyone roast me in the comments. So good for you, Santa. Appreciate you bringing the presents. Would that make Tyus Jones an elf because he's like the shortest player on their team? I think he is, right? He's 6'2". Everyone else is taller. Tyus Jones and Santa. They're elves and Santa Claus. Oh well, what the Chicago Bulls do? DeRozan, Kobe White, Lonzo. Okay. Grizzlies are up 2-1. Are they gonna take a 3-1 lead? No, they are not. The Bulls tie it up. Ja Morant had 30. Desmond had 28. Dylan Brooks had 23. And nobody on the Bulls scored more than 20. They had Goran Dragic and Alex Caruso leading the team, and Kobe White. Like, that's crazy. This is what happens when the referees call more fouls, man. We get new superstars like Alex Caruso, and okay, well, the Grizzlies don't have any new superstars. They just have Ja Morant carrying them, 41-point triple-double. Almost. He was 1 assist off, but, you know, I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to pretend he got it. And the Bulls take another game, which means we're getting a Game 7. DeRozan and LaVine combined for 79 points. That's nuts. Good for them. We got a Game 7, though. That means it's Simcast time. Bulls versus the Grizzlies. Ja versus DeRozan. In a fight, who do you think would win? 10 Bulls? Like, not like Bulls like NBA players. Like, I'm not saying Michael Jordan's gonna square up with Marc Gasol and Mike Conley. I mean like rodeo bulls you see people riding every time you go to Texas Roadhouse, which don't ask me why I say Texas Roadhouse. Every time I've gone to Texas Roadhouse, they got the little screens, they got TV for sports there. And if there's no sports playing during the day, they have like rodeo videos. I don't know, dude. They got bull riding videos. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But my question still stands. Who wins in a fight? 20 Grizzlies or 20 Bulls? I almost said 20 Chicago Bulls, but I don't think Chicago raises any bulls or cows or anything. Either way, though, the Chicago Bulls, they win this fight, and they're the NBA champions of the first season of referees doing their job correctly, or a little too correctly, I should say. DeMar DeRozan, Finals MVP. We're gonna do 3 seasons of this. It's not gonna be a crazy long video, but it's a fun and exciting, and, well, I mean, maybe exciting. We haven't got to jump in. But the last 2 videos I've put out, we have had crazy jump-in moments between Julius Erving being the GOAT for the Harlem Globetrotters, or Sue Bird being the greatest women's basketball player of all time. We have had some crazy moments in jump-ins as of late, and if you haven't peeped those videos, go check them out. And on top of that, I'm gonna say the normal annoying YouTuber things. If you're new around here, subscribe, like up, maybe come join the Discord if you haven't before. That's a fun time. Your MVP is Nikola Jokic, 18 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal. Little bit of a awful MVP season. I'm not gonna lie, that's not a lot of points, but hey, we'll take it. Whatever. Victor, Rookie of the Year, 18, 10, 2, 1, and 2. I also just realized the rookies coming into the league aren't gonna have the foul tendencies, and I'm not gonna adjust them, so that's gonna be another extra, you know, Easter egg in this video. One half of the Thompson twins is your 6th man of the year, 18 points, 5 rebounds. I mean, look, his numbers are gonna be better because he just entered the league, and I didn't mess with any of their tendencies, and I'm not going to. I'm curious to see what happens with them. Shout out to Rui Hachimura, by the way. For no particular reason. I mean, yeah, he won Most Improved. He got traded to the Lakers. You know what? Good for him. Oh my god, we got Victor on the 2nd team already? Victor and LaMelo Ball, a nice little duo, but another duo on the 2nd team is Jaylen Brown and Tatum. I don't know how Tatum's a 99 overall already, but okay. 3rd team is Curry, Thompson, Cameron Whitmore, Jimmy Butler, and Sabonis. Personally, I think Sabonis should have been an all-star starter over Zion. Zion's barely played this season. I agree with Chuck. I don't know, man. I love Zion. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Duke fan, so obviously Zion is one of my favorite players in the league. But Sabonis is both having a better season or a close to as good season, and he's actually been playing in games. So either way, we got Pacers versus Philadelphia. Anybody make any changes? No, not really. Paul Reed is now starting for the 76ers, so that's kind of weird. And the Pacers haven't changed anything other than Taylor Hendricks is now on their team, and Andrew is starting for them. Whatever happened to Chris Duarte? Like, I know he's still on the team, but I feel like he hasn't done much. Either way, Golden State Warriors, James Wiseman and Kuminga are getting good at basketball. You love to see it. Jordan Poole's the new Splash brother. And the Rockets are, well, the Rockets. I don't know. There's nothing really to point out about the Rockets. I hate to say it. They're kind of a boring team. Like, yeah, they got Alfred Sengun and Jalen Green. Everybody loves him. By everybody, I mean there was like a big handful of people on Twitter who were obsessed with him when he got drafted. So the Sixers lose in the conference finals. The Pacers are in the finals. Golden State Warriors up 3-2. It's a 7-game series now. Can Jalen Green Green, the heartthrob of the NBA, beat Curry, or is Curry gonna go back to the finals for the 800th time? I don't know why, just a lot of people think Jalen Green is the hottest man alive. When he first got drafted, everyone on Twitter was going crazy. They're like, oh, I love you, Jalen Green, you're so hot, blah, 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 blah. Tyrese versus Alfred in the finals. James Wiseman had 33 and 12, Kuminga had 26, and Curry only had 9. He's a bum. By he's a bum, I mean he got fouled out, so maybe he should just play smarter basketball. I don't know. Jalen Green is an odd character. Enough of talking about him and how everyone thinks he's just the most gorgeous man ever to walk the face of the earth, because the Pacers, they're better. All right, maybe not by a lot. It's a tied series, and the Rockets just beat them by 50. Are you kidding me? Josh Christopher putting in buckets. He put up 29 this game. He's averaging 14 in the playoffs. That's cool. But if you know me and you know the channel, then you know I'm probably rooting for the Pacers here, and I am, and they win the title. Good for you. Shout out to Tyrese. Aaron Nesmith dropped 26. Chris Duarte, who I just said what happened to him, well, he dropped 19. But yeah, the Pacers are one of my favorite teams in the league besides the Celtics and the Grizzlies. And everyone's gonna be like, oh, why do you like the Grizzlies? They're so cocky. I've been liking the Grizzlies since Vince Carter was on the team, and I'm not just gonna switch because they're annoying. I mean, come on, if everyone switched the teams they were fans of because their team was annoying, nobody would be a Golden State fan, or a Lakers fan, or a Celtics fan. I mean, really, I'm gonna be honest, almost every single franchise is really annoying in some pieces. Like for the Celtics, listen, I love Jason Tatum, but he's a little too obsessed with Kobe. He's a little bit of a whiner when it comes to foul calls. Joel Embiid is just a troll. Like, there's all kinds of reasons why every fan base is annoying, but I mess with the Grizzlies and I mess with the Pacers. I did a Pacers series last year if you want to go watch some retro little codeine. And Miles Turner has responded to one of my TikToks. Shout out to the Lego man. I'm glad he signed that extension. Good for him. I'm just kind of sad though, because I really wish he was a Celtic, but oh well. Victor is overpowered because, like I said, I didn't adjust any of the rookies. Thought it would be a fun thing to add. And well, now he has overtaken the league. He's the best player in the league. Obviously, he won MVP. 22, 11, 3, 1, and 2. Isaiah Collier, Rookie of the Year. Also, Thompson. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I hope I did. I don't know. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Good for him. Victor, Anthony. Look at these. These are all created players. These are all rookies. I may have ruined the NBA, but it's okay. What do we got for the first team? Tyrese, Giannis, Zion, and then Victor and Scoot. This is honestly a believable All-NBA first team. Give it 3 to 4 more years, and this could be an actual All-NBA first team in real life. Maybe I'm hyping up Tyrese and Scoot way too much. The other guys, we know they're going to be good, but I think Tyrese is going to be one of the best point guards in the league for the next, like, 10 years. But then again, I could be biased because I'm, like, a partial Pacers fan. Like, I'm not rooting for the Pacers, but I also don't want them to be bad, you know? Celtics, Cleveland, New Orleans versus the Rockets. I don't know why I said the place they play and the team name on opposite teams. You get what I mean? Like, I could have said the Pelicans versus Houston, or Boston versus the Cavaliers, or I could have just said Celtics and Cavs versus Rockets and Pelicans, but no, I had to make it difficult. It's a tied series on both ends, so both of them are pretty close. Boston takes a 3-2 and Houston takes a 3-2. Are they gonna go and win? No, we got 2 Game 7s. Let's go. I love it when we get Game 7s because I want to jump in. We haven't jumped in yet. And with the weird referees and all the fouls being called, maybe we're gonna jump in and see Donovan Mitchell versus Peyton Pritchard. But it doesn't look like we're gonna jump in because the Cavs are on one heck of a run. They take the lead. They win by 15. Darius Garland drops 51 and 12 in Game 7 to send the Cavaliers to the finals, and Derek White was the leader of the Boston Celtics with 35 points. Good for him. What do we got over here in Houston? We got Zion versus Jalen Green. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want to see the Rockets lose so I can say Houston has a problem, but now I've technically already made the joke, so I'm not going to. I'm also pretty sure I just jinxed it because they won by 27. We got Carson Wallace, who is definitely a rookie or a second-year player. My bad. Still same idea. Didn't adjust him. And Darius Garland, who just put up a crazy game of 50 and 12. Jalen Green had 32. Alfred had 20. Good for them. We got Cavs and Rockets. Darius Garland versus Jalen Green and a couple of young guys. I mean, Jalen Green's still a young guy in his own right. Garland's still pretty young. In real life, that is. In game, how old is he? Let me go check. I need to check to make sure I'm not going crazy. He's 25. That's still fairly young when it's the NBA. 3-2 series. Houston is up. Are they going to go ahead and take home the NBA championship? Yeah, I think they are. They're leading by quite a bit. But Cleveland, you're bouncing back. You're fighting. You're only down like 13. Can you oh, now it's only 4. Now it's only 4 again. Now it's a 7-point game. Now it's a 9-point game with 9 seconds left. All right, it was not close at all. The Rockets are your NBA champions. Carson Wallace wins Finals MVP. And you know what? Because I'm feeling generous, that is not the final season of the video. I know I said I was only doing 3 seasons. We're going to do a 4th season, and we're actually going to put in a special draft class. I'm kind of curious to see what Michael Jordan, Hakeem, Bowie, Barkley, and all them would do, so I'm going to put them in the draft class. I'm not going to adjust their tendencies with all the fouls or any of that, but as I was recording, I thought, hey, what if we put some physical players in a league where you're not allowed to foul? No, I'm not going to change their tendencies, but back then they were already fouling and playing aggressive and being physical as it is. So I guess I want to see what happens if you actually put them in a league where they're not allowed to foul. Barkley goes number 1, Hakeem goes to the Magic, Jordan's on the Thunder, Sam Bowie to the Pelicans. I mean, really, after the first 3, does anyone care about anyone else in this draft? Like, no one here watching is a massive Jay Humphries fan. I also just realized Jordan being on the Thunder kind of sucks. He's probably going to come off the bench for Josh Giddey. Oh well, that's what happens when you have way too many draft picks and you draft the greatest player of all time. He's just going to sit on your bench for the rest of his career. By the rest of his career, I mean one more season, because his career is only going to last 1 season, because we're only doing 1 more season of this video. Amin Thompson, MVP, 21, 6, and 7. He's a young guy, that's why he's doing good. I put him in the draft class. Self-explanatory. Hakeem, how'd you do? 16 and 10, pretty solid, 2 blocks. I just realized the Magic have a lot of big men too, with him being there. Paolo, Bo Bol, if he's still there, Mo Bamba. I mean, I doubt they're still there. This is like 4 years into the future. Jarvis Walker, 6th man of the year. Tony Stark would be proud. Victor, defensive player of the year, averaging 28 and 12 with 3 blocks. I don't know how he didn't win MVP. That's a pretty gross stat line, I'm gonna be honest. I would have given it to him if I could choose. First team, a bunch of people who just got drafted in this video. Second team, Jokic, 2 dudes, and then we got LaMelo and Luka. Hakeem made the All-NBA third team as a rookie. I'm also just noticing, didn't he retire with the Orlando Magic, or am I going crazy? No, he definitely did. I remember seeing the double take my team card a couple years back. If we want to look at the rest of that draft class, though, Michael Jordan averaged 18 points coming off the bench for the Thunder, just like I predicted. Charles Barkley averaged 13 and 12 with a block for the Wizards, starting actually for them, so good for him. Jay Humphries, everybody loves Jay Humphries. And look at that, John Stockton, nowhere to be found. You wanna know why? Because he's bad at basketball. He's a bum. Okay, well, he's right here, actually, 7 and 6. Still, bum, garbage. No one cares about John Stockton. Anyways, we're gonna simulate through. I'm assuming Michael Jordan's probably gonna get to the finals because he's coming off the bench for a loaded team. Hakeem got eliminated in the first round by the New York Knicks. That is a little embarrassing, if I do say myself. And we got the Atlanta Hawks taking on the New York Knicks. Brunson versus Trae Young, DeJounte, Quentin Grimes, RJ Barrett, and a bunch of other dudes. Oh, and Julius Randle's still on the team. Good for him. And then we got Mr. Rockets team, who keeps going to the conference finals, and then we got Jordan. I'm assuming Jordan's just better than oh, yeah, so I assumed wrong. The 6th seed Rockets just upset Michael Jordan and company. Hey, whatever. I don't judge. Good for you. And now we got the Hawks versus the Rockets. Carson versus DeJounte. Fun fact, I just recorded a DeJounte Murray video. That should be out soon. I recorded that yesterday, but I'm deciding to upload this one first instead of that one. But hey, it'll come out within like the next 2 days anyway. Rockets are up 2-1. Can they take it 3-1? No, they cannot. Hawks win 2 straight. Good for them. Trae Young had a 24-point, 20-assist game. Good, dude. Like, honestly, crazy numbers. Good for you, Trae. His mustache makes me a little uncomfortable, but like, then again, if he shaved off all of his facial hair, I feel like he'd look really goofy. I'm just really excited for the point where Trae Young gets to be like 37 in the NBA and his hairline is gone and we can't make fun of him anymore for his hair looking like a lollipop dropped on the floor. He wins finals MVP as I roast him. I'm not even trying to roast him. It's just fact. It's what I've seen on the internet, okay? And I honestly agree with it. Either way, Trae Young, finals MVP. The Hawks win the final championship of the video, and that's where we end it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I fixed the referee's eye problem. They basically called fouls on everyone, and I'm out. Peace, scrap, doop, dop, beep, bop, boop. I don't know why I say random words at the end of intros now, or outros, or whatever. Okay, bye. I'm ending the video. Peace.